All right, so back on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Shane Jean Hopkins, file number 22-21178FC. I have Salvatore Malaro appearing on behalf of Mr. Hopkins, and I have Phoebe Meir appearing on behalf of the people. I did have an opportunity to speak to both Ms. Meir and Mr. Malaro. The plea agreement form states that Mr. Hopkins will plead no contest to count 8, assault with intent to commit criminal sexual conduct, second degree. That does carry a maximum penalty of up to 5 years in prison, but part of the plea agreement is that there would be no upfront jail, and that we also discussed that being able to contact with his biological children, and there is no objection to him being able, or that he will be able to travel to Ohio for work purposes, but there is to be no contact with MP or RP during the term of probation. Did I forget anything, Ms. Meir?
Just that it's not a plea agreement, it's the Cobb's evaluation.
Okay.
You said it's part of the plea. I just want to make the record clear that it is a Cobb's.
Well, but that is part of the plea agreement.
I thought it was Killebrew. That is part of the plea agreement. I didn't say it was a Killebrew or a Cobb's.
Okay. Well, I've had guys wrong in the past, and I've had victims upset with me because they think it's something I've agreed.
I actually thought it was a Killebrew, but it's okay. That's
semantics.
All right.
That's what it is.
All right. So, Mr. Hopkins, will you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay. So, Mr. Hopkins, state your full name for the record, please.
Shane Jean Hopkins.
All right. Mr. Hopkins, you have heard the statement of your attorney and the prosecuting attorney. Is it your intention to plead no contest to count 8, assault with intent to commit criminal sexual conduct, second degree?
Correct.
To no contest. All right. Are you satisfied with your attorney and the advice that he has given you?
Yes.
Do you understand the maximum penalty for this offense could be up to 5 years in prison, but due to the Cobb's agreement, the maximum penalty you will be facing would be no upfront jail and a term of probation? Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand if you violate your probation, though, the court is free to sentence you up to the maximum penalty?
Yes.
Okay. Now, sir, if a no contest plea, oh wait, I'm sorry. Neither the prosecutor, the defendant, or anyone on the defendant's behalf has discussed any other possible sentence with the court. Is that correct, Mr. Malaro?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Ms. Meir?
That's correct.
And Mr. Hopkins, is that correct as far as you're aware?
Yes.
All right. If a guilty plea is, or if a no contest plea is accepted, there will be no trial. This means that you will be giving up rights you would have had at trial. I'm going to explain those rights to you now to make sure that you understand them. You have a right to a speedy public trial by jury. You may ask for a non-jury trial, and if the prosecutor and the court agree, you can have a non-jury trial. You have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to have the prosecuting attorney prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty, and you do not have to prove anything. You have the right to be present at trial and have witnesses against you appear at your trial and to ask those witnesses questions. You have the right to have the court order any witnesses you have for your defense to appear at the trial. You have the right to remain silent during your trial, not to have your silence used against you. However, you also have the right to testify at your trial if you want to testify. Do you understand that if your plea is accepted, you may be giving up the right to appeal issues that would otherwise be appealable if you were convicted at trial? Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you understand that any appeal from the conviction and sentence pursuant to the plea will be by application for leave to appeal and not by right? Do you understand that?
Yes.
If you are not a citizen of the United States of America, a conviction of a crime may result in deportation, exclusion from admission to the United States of America, or denial of naturalization. So, Mr. Hopkins, do you understand count 8, is a tier 1 offense under the Michigan Sex Offender Registration Act. So let's see if that's 18 and older. All right, so it's a tier 2 offense. So it's a tier 3 offense, Ms. Mayor, because the alleged victims were under the age of 13.
No, they were between the ages 13 and 15.
Okay, so it would be a tier 2 offense. So it looks like it would be a tier 2 offense, which will require registration under the Michigan Sex Offender Registration Act. Is that correct, Mr. Malaro?
Yes, Judge, and I determined it to be 25 years biannually.
Okay, so do you understand that, Mr. Hopkins?
Yes, I do.
All right, failure to comply with registration could result in later charges of failure to comply with registration as well. So it's very important that you make sure that you understand the requirements under that statute, okay?
Yes.
All right. So do you have any questions about the rights that I've given to you?
No.
Okay, so, and I believe it's a no contest plea, so you're gonna have to say no contest if that's the way you wish to plead. So, sir, how do you wish to plead to the charge that on or about the time period between January 1 of 2018 and April 25 of 2022 in the city of Adrian in the county of Lenawee that you did commit the offense of assault with intent to commit criminal sexual conduct 2nd degree?
No contest.
Okay. Has anyone made any threats or promises to you to induce you to plead no contest to this charge other than what was placed on the record?
No.
Do you understand if I accept this plea?
Judge.
You will, yes, sir.
This does not involve this court, but there is another inducement involving a DHS